Yeah, Grenada, Carriacou, Pidimonic, and the world. Welcome to you. Welcome to another Mikey Live program. I'm your host, Mikey Hutchinson. As always, it is my pleasure to be with you to discuss what's making the news here in Grenada and the rest of the Caribbean, and by extension, the world. I hope that you're doing okay. I hope that you're enjoying your Friday so far, your rainy Friday for some parts of the Caribbean. It is still raining as we experience effects of a tropical storm, Kirk. So tonight we have a lot of things to tell you about. We want to encourage you, even before we do that, to share the program. When you share the program, that's how other people get to know that we are live. So let's do this. Share. Right there. Hit the share button. All right. Be a sport. Hit the share button. Right. So what are we going to be talking about today? Crash last night. We're going to talk about that. Doctors call on Prime Minister to retract statements. And the island hit by strong wind, heavy rain, and earthquake. And that was rather interesting today. Grenada affected by a rain ban, flood warning issued. Nurses protesting following statements made by Prime Minister at New York meeting. And not only nurses, but doctors as well. No bail for Crozier resident charged with attempted murder, and men missing at sea. And also tsunami hits Indonesia, all right, and many fared dead. So that and more we're going to be talking about tonight right here on Mikey Live. Again, we want to encourage you to share the business, because when we come back, it will be real news in Olilili Lolo. Reminding you, the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of Duty Free Caribbean and Colombian Emeralds International. We're coming back.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
SP's is throwing down yet another massive 50% sale store-wide. Yes, I said it. Half off everything in stores. From automotive parts, accessories.
Why not stay in? Turn off your alarm clock and stay in on your perfect mattress for as long as you like. Only at Quartz. Get 2 free pillows with the purchase of a bed frame or mattress. Get what you want now. With Ready Finance, there's no down payment and you pay nothing for 30 days. So turn off that alarm clock and stay in as long as you like. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Mega Force Promotion presents We Up in It, the Mega Bingo, on Sunday 30th September, National Stadium from 5 p.m. You can win a mint condition 4-door Toyota RAV4, 4-door Toyota RAV4, plus $40,000 in cash. Amazing, isn't it? But there is even more deals. Tickets cost $60 for one. Pay $100 and we give you 2 tickets. We Up in it. The Mega Bingo. So lock in the date, Sunday 30th September. Free buses available. Bring your posse because we're up in it. Sponsored by Karim, Mikey Live, Coodafed.com Discount Card, Glenelg Springwater, and Waggity Rental and Sound Company.
Does your laundry detergent have enzymes to fight stains, remove bacteria and odors while being gentle on your hands? Does your laundry detergent have a natural lemon scent, easy rinse technology, and fabric softener to protect your clothes? If you answered yes, then you must be using Glace. If not, what are you waiting for? Glace laundry detergent is made with a 4-in-1 advanced formula and is phosphate-free, making it safe for the environment and safe for washing machines. Glace. A clean home is a Glace home.
And it's distributed by Fortune Foods Grenada Limited. Welcome again to those of you who are just joining us. Welcome to Mikey Live. It's a summary of all the big stories making news for today here in Grenada and the Caribbean. Now, the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force hereby notifies the general public and in particular motorists of the following road closures on Sunday 30th September 2018. Woolwich Road from its intersection with Lucas Street to the roundabout that joins Archibald Avenue and Woolwich between the hours of 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Now, the lower portion of Church Street from its junction with Market Hill and Lucas Street to its intersection with Halifax Street and Granitan Road between the hours of 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Now, this closure is to facilitate repair works to be done by the National Water and Sewage Authority NAWASA in the vicinity of Church Street and Woolwich Road. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force apologizes for any inconveniences caused. Now, tonight is no ordinary night for the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique as they are launching their carnival tonight. Yes, their carnival is being launched tonight at the Esplanade, and the event was scheduled to take place at 7 p.m. tonight, so it should be going on right now. They say that it will feature various aspects of the culture. According to Princess Harry John, the president of the carnival committee there, this year, Pan will be one of its focus. Now, she said it's something that they have been aiming at for quite a while, but they think that this year it is going to happen to satisfaction. They are working with bands in Carriacou and on the mainland to make this a reality. Now, last night to be exact, there was a crash in the Springs area that's close to the Cafe Junction where two vehicles collided. Now, folks got that information sometime around 11:30 last night, thereabout 11:30, and the vehicles were totaled. You know, one of the persons who were occupants of one of the vehicles had to pass through the window of the vehicle to escape flames because one of the vehicles reportedly caught flame after impact. In terms of severity of injuries, we were not able to get that. As early as last night, we were struggling to get details on who the actual individuals were. But nonetheless, it happened. Yeah, that's at the junction, that Springs Cafe Junction. People, that one was pretty crazy though. That was pretty crazy, as you can see on your screen. I mean, you know, those vehicles were totaled, almost beyond recognition, if you ask me. We are moving on. Now, the next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy. Today, nature behaved badly. Badly. I never heard of it before, but imagine while experiencing, I find my tongue is a bit heavy tonight. What's going on? All right, good. Maybe I worked too hard today. So anyway, let's go back to the news. Yeah, I find the tongue kind of heavy. Too much talking for the week. So while these islands of northern windward and southern leeward were experiencing the effects of a tropical storm Kirk, we had something different happening. An earthquake. An earthquake, people. So imagine, put yourself in these people's position, you know. Put yourself in these people's position. Wild place, windy. So it's rain, thunder, lightning, wind. then the earth starts to shake. Huh? The exact places that were experiencing the effects of Tropical Storm Kirk, look it up. Go back to any of the news bulletins from last night. Go back to any of the news bulletins from this morning, and you will see the exact pronouncements. The islands most affected by Tropical Storm Kirk were the northern Windward Islands and the southern Leeward Islands. Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, Guadeloupe. I ain't making it up. That dread. And so exactly while they are experiencing those effects, the place start to shake. I never see that yet. We ain't making it up. It happened. And to add insult to injury, it not just happened once. No, it happened twice this morning, people. Around midday, ain't making it up. Go again, look it up. But you hear nobody talking about that as if it happens every day. This is the most unusual thing I've seen in a long time. Two quakes, measuring magnitudes 5.6 and 4.2 respectively, rattled northern Windward and southern Leeward Islands, and that happened just around mid-morning on Friday, today. We're making it up. At the time, it was forecasted that the islands were going to be flooded and all kind of thing by Kirk. As Kirk packed winds of about 50 miles per hour, producing rainfall amounts of 4 to 6 inches on these islands. Now, according to the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center, the first quake happened at around 8:32 a.m. It had a magnitude of 5.6. It was located at latitude 15.11 and longitude 60.43 west at a depth of 10 kilometers. 91 kilometers northeast of Martinique, 108 kilometers east of Dominica, 134 kilometers northeast of St. Lucia. I'm making it up. It was followed by a strong aftershock of magnitude 4.2 in the same area. I ain't making it up. That different, but Jano. Jano. I ain't hearing all you. I didn't find that one different. Nobody ain't talk about that, you know. Nobody. Now them big agencies and things to say, okay, that just weird. And now, I mean, anyway, let me let that talk. Because what I'm saying is, since nobody don't care, I never hear that yet. We have just received an update from the National Disaster Management Agency. According to them, Grenada is being affected by a spiral rain band, which is interacting with the advective moisture along the Intertropical Convergence Zone, the ITCZ, from the south of the island. It says, due to this, we have been experiencing heavy thunder showers and gusty winds. Now, according to forecasters at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, we should see improvements in the weather by tomorrow, Saturday morning. A flood warning has been issued for areas so prone, and a marine advisory remains in effect. Now, citizens, you are asked to be vigilant and take every precautionary measure to ensure safety. They further remind the general public that we are still in the hurricane season and all preparedness measures and plans should be in place to preserve life and property. Now, the Met Services will continue to monitor this spiral band and update the public through the various media outlets. All right? And that's information that we just received. So we are being affected by this, and it will continue, but it would not get worse. All right? That's according to them. Expect things to get better tomorrow, Saturday morning. All right? We're moving on. How are we looking for time? All right, folks, the next story we have to tell all you about, boy. No. At around midday, so papa yo. Mikey, Come on by the hospital, quick, quick, quick. Something not right up here. Nurses and doctors outside. And persons wanted to know, well, what's going on? Because the nurses and the doctors are all outside. And they eating and they conversing and they know, what going on, Mikey? What going on? So it appears that this was some form of mild protest in response to statements made by Grenada's Prime Minister, Dr. Mitchell, at a town hall meeting held in Brooklyn, New York yesterday with Grenadians. In his presentation, the Prime Minister accused the nurses, doctors, hospital workers of stealing some of the hospital resources. Prime Minister even accused them of tipping chicken. I ain't making it up. I ain't making it up. So the nurses were disgruntled. The doctors were nonetheless upset about the business. They're saying, hey, if you all have issues and things in them, yeah, fine, but don't brush everyone in the same paintbrush. You understand? Don't wash us in the same water. Do not generalize and categorize all nurses and doctors. Watch, you see how the media has had to beg for like an interview, and all our respect for the media, we go tie up. Anyway, we go back. So, trying to get an interview now with somebody to tell us what's really going on. We don't want to assume nothing. We were told that they were on their lunch break. Then people are right to eat, so they're eating their food, they're eating a piece of food. You know what I mean? Giving people a chance to eat their food. You understand? So that is what they were doing there. According to them, they were just having lunch. Nothing unusual. Miss, what you eating there? Whoa, that lady had nice roti there, boy. What I want to have, boy? Woo, a beef soup. So, the nurses and the doctors were not having it. You understand? They were not having it. But people, it didn't stop there. We have received a correspondence. I'm drink some water in the program, I'm getting hot now. We have received a correspondence from the Young Nurses Association, the Junior Nurses, statement from the Grenada Junior, sorry, not nurses, doctors, take all the time with me. Statement from the Grenada Junior Doctors Association with regards to statements made by Prime Minister Dr. Mitchell on the 27th of September, that's yesterday, 2018. Your Honor, permit me to quote from the statement. Please. In response, it says, to the recent statements made by the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, in which he claimed that healthcare personnel and support staff are incompetent and have been stealing hospital supplies and meat, produce meant for hospitalized patients, the Grenada Junior Doctors Association is promptly issuing a true indication of the situation. It goes on to say, we are profoundly aggrieved by the slanderous claims made by the nation's leader that smears all staff as dishonest and incompetent. It says that physicians and nurses do not have access to the hospital food supply, no more than the orderlies or security staff. We believe that these words cast contempt on individuals who spend a large portion of their time and personal funds sacrificing and laboring for the fellow humans in often discouraging circumstances. Your Honor, this statement adds, in addition, we are all fully trained and have undergone rigorous medical training in diverse renowned institutions, Your Honor. More importantly, despite being faced with severe resource deficiencies, we continue continue to achieve positive outcome with regards to patient care. Further, the statement reads, these statements made encourage the public to disrespect and belittle professionals who go beyond the call of duty to ensure the well-being of their fellow Grenadians. The disrespect exemplified by the sole leading public figure will be reflected in the attitude of those with whom we interact in the emergency department at the wards. It concludes by saying, Your Honor, we hereby clear ourselves of these unfair accusations and appeal to our leader to retract his derogatory statements. End of quote. People, this is the statement put out today by the Grenada Junior Doctors Association with regards to the generalization, the hash, in their words, generalization in which Grenada's Prime Minister made at a forum in the United States a day ago. Now, behind the scenes, these nurses and doctors were saying probably the statements could be true or maybe not. Their point of contention is that it was not the appropriate forum to make the pronouncement. These are not my words, these are their words. That's what them people saying, people. You understand? That's what them people saying. Where do we go from here? I'm not sure, but we will see. However, the other side of the coin now, while there to observe what was going on, there were some patients who wasn't having it. They were utterly disgusted by the reaction of the nurses and doctors, saying that it was petty, childish, and irresponsible of the nurses and doctors to apparently withhold their labor for the duration in which they did. Now, one of the patients was there, and he said he was there since morning with his wife and so, and it took them quite some time to get admitted to, and he was disgusted by that.
Yeah, well, I've been here since morning, and I waiting for, with me and my wife, she pregnant, waiting for attendance. And after lunch, nurses and doctor leave and go outside, like if they strike, all of them say they outside they taking lunch. A long time now. If they have any problem with the Prime Minister whatsoever, I figure the best thing what they should do, attend to the patient. And then when the Prime Minister come, they could have a press conference with him with the things which they say that he said. But right now, patient there on the ground, nobody attending to them. You know, this thing is not fair. It's we money that paying all of them. And personally, I'm not pleased with all the nurses and doctors going on.
What time did you come here?
I reached here after 8 minutes to 9. I come home.
All right, so that was one of the patients, well, one of the persons who was there, one of the citizens who was there, and, you know, with his wife. We spoke to another person who had a broken leg, and this is what she had to say.
Complain, right, and say that Kit Mitchell ought or anything, call a press conference, right, with the Prime Minister and question him, and why is the reason he said so. You understand? So she picked me up, and no, sir, she picked me up and said, so, you like what he said? Kit Mitchell, I said, no, it's not what I said. I said, all I said, call a press conference only if you fall in your part. You understand? I said, all you big people, act as big people and go and do your work. I said, you don't have no right, or you don't have no right to do this thing and strike. Kit Mitchell should send all of them home and get new workers. You understand? It's because he fall in a part, so that is why they strike. When did he say Kit Mitchell is a thief? He didn't fall in the part? No, Kit Mitchell said them is thief, so he fall in the part. Doctor now come on duty. He say not working in this environment. You understand? So that is wrong. You come to do your work, go and do your work. So patient will die on the ward because of that, Kit Mitchell said. That is wrong.
So you're saying that there are quite a few persons who have come through to casualty and they are concerned that they're not being attended to?
Yes, yes, that's true. And that is my contribution to what I have to say right now. That is not nice. That is not nice at all. Because even though Kit Mitchell said that nurses and Dr. Tiff, ask him where you get the facts, because he say he have facts. Ask him where you get the facts, because who's saying, yes, they some do it, some mightn't do it, you understand? Get your facts. Don't just strike and you have patients who need you attendance. You understand what I'm saying?
Have you gotten any medical attention here today?
Yes, because look my foot. I come to think my foot, so my foot thinks, so I can't run my mouth and say nothing bad. I get attendance right now, so you understand? So on my way to, I'm waiting on the shuttle. And to me, like the shuttle may strike too, because you think it's not sit down here? Yes. People have to be, come on, act as big people. We's big people, we's not little children here. You understand? We's grown up. You hear the Prime Minister say something over issue with the Prime Minister? Call the Prime Minister. Call the Prime Minister and question him. Question he and Steele and them Peter David. Question them. Nobody does say he have right to go and do what he do in America. He have no right to go and let down the country. If he say people is thief, he have no right to say that. Call him and have a press conference instead of they doing them kind of thing there. Just leave patient unattended, right?
Is this the first time you as a Grenadian citizen have heard that people or things may be going missing at this facility?
Well, first time I'm hearing that. First time I'm hearing that, and I can't make no comment on nobody. First time I'm hearing that, as everybody just, just getting on and say that is not a nice way to deal with it. Just call the Prime Minister and end it.
Right, and that's one of the... Although Grenadians, watch now, man. Grenada, what? Listen, every person that we speak to outside of the East, we're just saying, every person that we speak to on the street about any matter, for that matter, any matter, then people could talk about dread. You don't hear that lady reason, boy? You're telling me? No. Listen, I just get a little high just to listen to these people talk. The average man on the street. And the more you put the camera and thing in front of people, the more you realize Grenadian is stupid, The lack of having camera and mic in front of people, and we just watch their face and we think, we smarter and we brighter than them people. You know what I mean? Because we might have like $5 more than who want $5. Grenadians bright, no. Anyway, so going back to the issue, there were a few disgruntled patients and there were a few people who understood what was really happening. So some was in agreement, some were not. This is a social forum. We ask of you the question: are you in agreement with the nurses and the doctors? Yes or yes? First, I like trouble. So, do you think, are you in agreement with the doctors and the nurses? Are you in agreement with the Prime Minister? Are both sides wrong? How are we going to do this? Are you in agreement with the nurses or you disagree? Are you in agreement with the Prime Minister or you disagree? But it's, that is one of the hottest topics right now. One of the hottest topics in the country right now. You know what I mean? The statements made by... Don't ask me to play no thing. I ain't playing back no statement. Too much of trouble all you like. Thing all you like. I should get Papa... what is his name again? I should get Shatariki to give all what Shatariki gone. Both sides are damn wrong, says Sparkle. So all you... That's the whole business what going on there. Alright? So... let's see where this situation will go from here, whether or not there are further plans to do anything, because based on what we have here, the doctors are asking the Prime Minister to retract his statement. What's the Prime Minister number? Hold on, let me call the Prime Minister. Wait, let me phone. Somebody, hold on, give me 2 minutes, let me call. The Prime Minister might traveling now, hold on. They leave that talk, they will come back on that next time. Alright, so next story. All you is who on bail and who's not on bail and all kind of thing. I know all of like them kind of confusion topic. Yeah, all of like them kind of confusion topic or is it all kind of meditating. That is what all you like. Alright, so all you we have had quite a few cases in the court this week. Very interesting cases, might I add, in the court this week, and we want to welcome you to In the Papers segment. This comes from the Grenada Informer. A 37-year-old man from the village of Clogier in St. John, slapped with a charge of attempted non-capital murder following an alleged attack on his wife in the village of Marigot in St. John last Saturday, has been denied bail. Magistrate Teddy St. Louis, presiding at the Grove Magistrates Court in St. John on Tuesday, where the accused Alpha Peters made a second court appearance, had him remanded to the Richmond Hill prison, wasting little time in entertaining any discussions on the issue of bail. Peters, who had no legal representation as the indictable charge of attempted non-capital murder was read to him, was not required to plead given the nature of the charge. He was, however, given a new court date, October 23rd, when he is expected to make his third appearance before Magistrate St. Louis at the Grove Magistrates Court. Now, a farmer by profession, evidence revealed Peters was arrested by officers attached to the Grove police station following reports that a man armed with a cutlass had attacked a woman in the village. Sources said the woman, who was at the time in the shower, sustained chops to her arm, fingers, and upper body. Informer learned that the man fled the scene as neighbors who heard the cries for help rushed to the scene. Meanwhile, residents in the village told this newspaper that while the reasons for this attack remains questionable, Peters and his wife, the victim in this incident, were going through some marital difficulties. Informer learned further that both individuals who shared one child had gone their separate ways well over a year now. However, we were told there were constant verbal exchanges and threats between the two, to the point where a restraining order was obtained by the wife, preventing Peters from coming within a certain distance of her new home in the village of Marigot. One individual told the Grenada Informer that days before the incident, several complaints were made to the police by the now victim, informing them of threats made on her life by her husband. Sources further revealed that on the day in question, the victim, scared for her life, was in the process of grabbing a quick shower to seek refuge by her sister, who also had custody of her daughter in the north of the island, when she was attacked. This newspaper learned that while the injuries sustained may not have been life-threatening, the victim spent hours in the operating theater and may never regain full use of some of her fingers. Peters, now facing an indictable charge of attempted non-capital murder, faces a maximum of a life in prison if convicted. Oh boy. Yeah. Telling me. Anyway, we monitor the business and see what's going on with that one, alright? But that one tough. Folks, today a lot of media houses in St. Vincent and the Grenadines were reporting on this incident. Now, this was obtained by the Eyewitness newspaper in St. Vincent at about 9:55 a.m. on Wednesday, September 26th. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Coast Guard Service received a report of a missing or overdue vessel, the Good, the Bad, the Ugly. The vessel left Canouan at about 4:45 a.m. with 2 persons on board and a quantity of fish. Up until 10 a.m. on Thursday, the SVG Coast Guard had a negative sighting of or reports of the vessel making any landfall. Now, as a result, a search and rescue operation was launched. They were saying that thus far there has been no sight of it, and that the persons occupying this vessel was found dead. They were saying that the seas were really rough, making search and rescue operations even more difficult. We will try to get an update on that for you, all right? But yeah, that's the latest information that we got about these missing fishermen, all right? St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Somebody told me, oh, they heard that they found them in Grenada and so on, and I did some checks on that, and that came up empty. So I'm not sure where that information is coming from. We are moving on as we progress nicely. We want to encourage you to share the program. Share the program, people, as we are about to tell you the next story. A strong tsunami today. It's been a while, that we haven't heard about tsunamis and things like that. A strong tsunami triggered by a magnitude 7.5 earthquake has hit a coastal Indonesian city, according to officials. Waves of up to 2 meters, which is 6.6 feet high, swept through Paul on Sulawesi Island. I think that's the pronunciation. All right, and they are saying now that the authorities were left trying to pick up the pieces. After this, they were saying that some people are fair dead. Now, this quake was a very powerful one, and the video on your screen started making rounds on social media. It spread it like wildfire. If you ask me, I think basically that video was what was really breaking the internet today. Let's get the actual sound as these situations unfold. Check this out, huh? Yes, folks, they are trying to see what the death toll is. So, as always, we are going to monitor this and see, how they are coping and so on. But yes, a 7.5 magnitude earthquake. Some places have all their luck and some just have none. Now, folks, we were monitoring some reports today coming from the social media giant Facebook. They have had, let me see if I can pull up that there for you quickly, serious breach in security. Now they are saying some hackers found a back door to one of the functions of the app. You understand? And as a result, a lot of people had to resigning and so on. I'm not sure if you experience any change. I'm not sure if you would have received an alert, but some people were signed out of the app and asked to sign back in. Yeah, Facebook security breach. They say that it allowed hackers to control the accounts of up to 50 million users. Up to 50 million users, Yeah. They said that the people were clever enough to find a breach, and they discovered it. Facebook, they are saying that they discovered the breach and would have been putting measures in place to reverse it and to prevent any further reoccurrences of this. All right? All you be very careful. Very, very careful, all right? How are we looking for time? People, what else I had to tell all the boy? It's Friday, so without thinking too much. Yes, I have to tell you this. Wait. All the don't play all the thing, I have to put it up for all, don't play all the getting away. But yes, there are some stories that we are working on for all, I see some of our little share the program yet. Share the program now, what it is? Share the business, man. Some of all moving stoosh and things, share the program. And don't forget to check out MikeyLive.com for all the latest news. Now, a lot of the stories that you're hearing on the program, you can get it on the website. Just go MikeyLive.com. And you can view any of the past programs on my, once it's a Mikey Live program, any of the past programs, you can go up on the website and you get it there too. We're making it up. You know what I mean? We're making it up, man. Yes. So we have to give all the list. All right, we must give all the list because we hear the thunder. Yeah, boy, thunder like crazy. I want to give you all the list before I roll, okay? All right, here we go. So the following persons, you need to know, you know what you need to do, and you know who you need to call. All All right, call 405-8227. That number again, 405-8227. All right, call the number or WhatsApp the number. This is the hot list. If you hear your name, you need to call the number. Andrea Scott, Darbo St. George, Jocelyn Pierre, Calivini St. George, Alston Purcell, Hope St. Andrew, Roger Johnson, Guava Estate St. John, Lyndon Phillips Sanssouci St. George, Clinton McGilvery, Grandin St. George, Rhonda Lalji, Gladstone Road St. Andrew, Gilbert Francis, Union Village St. Andrew or St. Paul St. George, Travis Noel, Grandin St. George, Christopher Beggs, Felix Park St. Andrew, Dwayne Ranch, Jerome Tempe. All you hear the rain? Real rain coming on. All you, this week was a week when we had a lot of news about sexual offenses. Sexual offenses dominated the news this week. In fact, this week we had probably one of the biggest sex scandals to be unfolded here in Grenada, where you find several men of certain status within society being accused and charged, not just accused, but being charged for being sexually involved with a 14-year-old. The information is so troubling that I have difficulties telling you on the program. Make your belly boil. Anxiety attack on the program. When you see the men who are involved in this kind of business, one young child, what, like a girl, 14 years, what, 14 years, what? Like seriously, what can a 14-year-old do for a man? 14. Anyway, so in the coming weeks, a lot of these cases are going back in court in December 7th. So there's a lot of these cases you're going to be hearing more and more about. High-profile cases involving teachers, coaches, big sex scandal in Grenada. I ain't making it up. So that's what's going on here. You understand? So the police, they are saying that more people could be charged, you know. There are 6 men charged for one girl, you know. Watch now, a gun. I coming back for the national report. Yeah, I coming back with the national report and then thing. Alright? We coming back in a while, yeah? Yeah, I can't take on that kind of business this time of the night. You know what I mean? Come on.
Listen to what you had to say and turn up the old rules, because losing what you paid for is just wrong. Now, lost data and talk are a thing of the past. Only Digicel gives you unlimited rollover data and talk. Just buy and renew your QuickPick bundle before it expires and keep what's rightfully yours. Never lose what you don't use. Go to My Digicel app to bundle up and roll over today. Digicel.
Final Stop Auto Sales and Rentals, located in Mungay, St. George, is your final stop for all your auto sales and rentals. We sell a wide variety of used cars in mint condition for the best price on the market. We sell all the popular makes and models of vehicles. If we don't have it, we'll order it for you. Or, do you have a vehicle that you want to ship to Grenada? Then we'll do that for you. And if you need a vehicle for a few days, we also rent vehicles, both short and long term. See us today, located next to the Deco Service Center, or call 410-7475 or 422-9615. Final Stop Auto Sales and Rentals, Grenada's best.
Dwayne and Louisa
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, a new full-length drama written and directed by Christy Riggs.
Louisa, will you marry me?
Boy, you crazy?
I love you, Louisa. I'm serious.
You reach love real quick.
Breaking Out, opening Saturday 29th September at Marishow Theatre and continuing.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me. Breaking Out, a story of love, challenge,
tested and driven to its very limits.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Breaking Out, a story of high drama and suspense.
I'm gonna count to 3, and when I'm finished, you should already be walking towards the door. 1, 2.
Wait, so you're gonna just shoot him down like a dog?
Breaking Out, starring Robert White and Lisa Grappy James. Breaking Out, an opportunity for taking out the entire family.
This ad complements Quartz Grenada Limited.
Does your laundry detergent have enzymes to fight stains, remove bacteria and odors while being gentle on your hands? Does your laundry detergent have a natural lemon scent, easy rinse technology, and fabric softener to protect your clothes? If you answered yes, then you must be using Glace. If not, what are you waiting for? Glace laundry detergent is made with a 4-in-1 advanced formula and is phosphate-free, making it safe for the environment and safe for washing machines. Glace. A clean home is a Glace home.
And it's distributed by Fortune Foods Grenada Limited. It is now time for the National Report.
Met Office says expect thunderstorm activity related to Tropical Storm Kirk, but things will not get worse. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the news in detail for Friday, September 28th, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. While Tropical Storm Kirk has already passed us, it is under the influence of upper-level sharing, so there could be some thunderstorm activity, but things will not get worse. That assurance from Mr. Hubert White, manager of the Met Services at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. He says Kirk poses no serious threat. However, thunder showers should be expected, especially to the eastern and western parts of the island.
We notice the center is in this area here. That's the center of the system, the eye. But although it's the eye, we look at all this cloudiness way back, indicating the sort of activities related to Kirk. We notice this area here, quite possible that it contains a lot of thunderstorms. And if you notice, Grenada is right here, so they are both to the east and west of Grenada, and concentrated more in the islands between Grenada and the St. Vincent. So it is not yet over. And one of the major concerns we have too is the seas. It's left a lot of choppy seas in the area, the west coast of Grenada, and it will become the winds, as said, coming from the south. So expect the swells to affect most of the activities today on the sea.
So there's a marine advisory?
Of course, the marine advisory is out, so that people could exercise extreme caution, and based on the size of a craft, do not venture from shore, stay in port.
He says because Tropical Storm Kirk is under the influence of the upper-level sharing, floods and landslides cannot be ruled out.
Although the system has passed us, we are still left with a lot of the cloudiness and thunderstorms.
How long do you anticipate that the cloudiness and the rain and so on will last for us?
Well, it's a bit difficult because what was happening too, as the system passed us, we expect the wind to be coming more from the south. And we notice the winds have been pretty strong. So that could more or less activate the intertropical convergence zone and could move some of those cloudiness northward into the island chain. So basically, after today, we don't have anything to worry about Kirk.
A small craft and marine advisory remains in effect for Grenada. Meanwhile, the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, says Grenada is not out of the woods yet with Tropical Storm Kirk. As expected, thunder showers can result in floods and landslides in some areas. Acting National Disaster Coordinator Sylvan McIntyre says Grenadians can rejoice that the island was not directly affected by the tropical storm, but we must remain vigilant. McIntyre says associates in Sedema have reported flooding in St. Lucia, Barbados, and northern parts of St. Vincent.
We are grateful that we did not have to deal with the direct impact. But let's put it this way, we're not out of the woods. We still have a threat of rain, and we do have the threat of landslide and flooding in some areas. What we've done so far is pass the information. I've spoken to our various district coordinators in the areas where rainfall is expected to be a bit more frequent. And so we are prepared to deal with accommodating people if it comes to that. But from all ends, we need not, as indicated, to be complacent or to take for granted. If the area is considered unsafe, people should not venture out uselessly.
He emphasized the importance of being prepared for any unforeseen weather condition and advised that containers of water must be secured as well as batteries and other supplies. Any official update on the weather will come collaboratively from NADMA and the Met Office.
So we will continue to keep the nation updated. We want people to ensure that their waterways, gullies, gutterings, etc., they should check their homes. If rain is falling, obviously you want to protect your valuables. And obviously, if it becomes extreme, water supply would be disrupted. There could be disruption in power supply as well. And people should do the usual preparedness thing that we've advocated. The most important thing, to be safe and listen for information and advisory as they would be released from this agency in collaboration with the Met Office.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
The house was shaking. Then suddenly saw we hear bang, crack, and the roof had gone.
Man, I was so scared, I nearly wet myself.
Only those who have lived it can truly understand the devastating fury of a hurricane's wind.
The house across the road just get up and roll over.
Hurricane force wind. It's a hazard. Hazards. Take control. Reduce your loss. You can hurricane-proof your home. For example, make your roof more wind-resistant by using screws instead of nails in its construction. Find out more about hurricane force winds and other hazards at your local disaster office.
A message from the National Disaster Management Agency and SEDERA.
Continuing the news, learning a foreign language is essential to ensure that students are equipped with a second language. The Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development and Religious Affairs has reintroduced Spanish into the primary school curriculum as part of the Foreign Languages Educational National Trust, or FLUENT. Details from Annette Moore.
Due to issues with availability of human resource personnel to deliver the subject, the Spanish program had previously been discontinued in schools.
We are going to wake it up, beginning with the selected schools in the FLUENT program. From the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development and Religious Affairs, particularly the Curriculum Division and Mrs. Alexis, I formally launch the FLUENT program in the selected schools.
The primary Spanish program begins at the grade 3 level, with teachers delivering 2 30-minute sessions per week. Students will build their listening and oral skills through the use of fun, non-traditional teaching strategies. Currently, 5 schools are enrolled in the program.
The 5 schools participating are the Telescope Primary, St. Giles Anglican, St. Louis RC, Auburn Methodist, and the St. George's SDA Primary School. Charles Alexis says more schools are expected to be included in the near future.
I must make reference here to the support received from HarperCollins publishers. They have provided textbooks and workbooks for each of the 116 students participating in this program. 3 secondary Spanish language teachers have benefited from training, along with the 5 primary teachers.
During the ceremony, educational resources for the program were presented to some participating schools.
Through the internet, our world has been reduced to a global village. Therefore, the teaching of a foreign language is a step in the direction of bridging the gap in our differences.
Kadisha Batiste will be one of the Spanish teachers. Both her bachelor's and master's degrees were completed in the Spanish language. She wishes she had learned Spanish prior to beginning it at the secondary school level.
Right now, it being introduced into the primary school level, it makes it easier for the children to learn it, the same way they would be learning English in school as well. So I'm really excited about it, and so are the students.
I'm very excited about learning Spanish because if I go to the next country, I can talk Spanish and understand what the people is saying, and they can understand what I'm saying.
Quiero decir gracias para todo.
For the National Report, I'm Annette Moore.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
Yeah, Leslie, and thank you very much, and to everyone else who are part of the National Report. We got to tell you about this event before we wrap up for today, all right? So this is called the Carnival Tabanca. It's going to be happening at the Bananas nightclub, and that's on Saturday. That's this Saturday, 29th September. The Rotaract Club of Grenada presents that big event, the Carnival Tabanca, and artists that's expected to be there: Looney Spark and Electrified, Jab King, Terror the Governor, and more. Now it is going to start at 10 p.m. DJs Selector Beast, Kingpin, The President, and the dress code trendy and smart. Admission $25 in advance and $30 at the door. Your ticket outlets: Grenadian Optical, Town, and Grand Anne's. Online at GoToFet or any Rotaractor. Alright, so they're expecting to see you at that event. And folks, that's as far as I can take you for tonight. With Mikey Live, we would have another program for you that will be on Monday, God's willing. If there's any reason for us to come back on over the weekend, then rest assured, by all means, we will be back. Now, before we go, we want to say hello to the regulars. We have Thomas, we have Rayburn, we have Kevin, we have Nika, we have Sharon, Shireen, Angel, Melly, Patsy, Suzette, and Esther. Who else we have with us? We say Kirin Colette already. We say Peter, and who else I see with us here? We have Leandra with us. Kendonna is with us as well. All right. Okay, come for it. All right, Ezran and Shireen, the timekeeper. Trevelyan is with us as well. All right. So everyone who is with us tonight, we want to say thank you for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you on our next program. If you, hey Jennifer, big up. Naomi is there, Wayne is there, Anne is there, Kevin is there. Jade, big up to you as well. So please, if it's worth your time, go ahead and share the program. Tell people about the website. You yourself check it out, mikeylive.com. We are putting in some really nice features in there so that you will be able to enjoy your website. That's your stuff, man. We're working every day to fine-tune things on there so that it will be better for you. mikeylive.com. All right, folks, that's it. We touch base again on Monday, God's willing. Let's go in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. As we all say, Ja! No! Good night, everyone, and don't let nobody steal your joy.